Namaste and welcome to another great night at the Mike and Connor Homestead. I'm here in the garage doing some work, trying to make some more meadow flowers for the meadow flower garden. Kind of hanging out with my dog Tim. He's relaxing. He's had a good day, it looks like. I'm going to go ahead and show you what I'm doing now. I'm going to go ahead and paint these pieces of sheet metal red, this piece of sheet metal red, and then leave this stainless when I'm done, and then I'll drill a hole in the back or in the center and then put a bolt through it and gusset it to a stem. So you can see I'll just put a bolt through the center of it and it'll hold it all together. So I used the vise to bend these petals. So you can kind of adjust it. I might open it up a little bit more just to make it look a little more like a flower. But that's what I'm working on tonight. I think that the leaves that I'm going to use on this are going to be made of old shovels. I've got a broken shovel here. I don't know if you can see it, but there's a crack in it. Let's see if I can get you in the light. But I was at the thrift store. You can see the crack there, right in the center of the shovel, where they normally kind of fail, right here. So I'm going to get another broken shovel and use these as the leaves for this flower. Trying to keep it to using stuff around the house for the most part. This sheet metal I bought at the store just because I didn't have any really good petal ideas other than using a skill saw blade, which I will for another flower. So I'm going to use a skill saw blade. Someone at work thought that would be a good idea, so I was like, yeah, that might work. So I'll try that out next. Also, kind of show you my truck tonight as well. I built it when I've had it since I was 17, but I've built it from then till now. I'm 33 now, so I've had the truck for a pretty good amount of time. You can see I did a big roll cage, put the fuel tank inside of the back of the truck. The top and doors are all gone. I ended up throwing them out because I rolled the truck. Someone pulled in my lane on the road. It was, long story short, I ended up buying it back from the insurance company and rebuilt it. So, yeah, a lot of work. Did the lift myself. How to fabricate a couple parts, but also, as you can see, I did taper the front end with some help from my buddy Reg E. Took 14 inches out of the center of the grill here. You can see how far the tires stick out. Looks like it needs new tires. I haven't driven it in a couple months, well, a couple years, sorry. But I just gave up on trying to get it running and probably gonna attack it again, maybe in the fall, I don't know. So, did a lot of the work myself though, and really a cool truck. It's really fun when it's running. So, let's say I got some soil there so Tim doesn't eat it. Kind of use it as a hiding spot so Tim doesn't get to a lot of stuff. And yeah, so you can see the roll cage. I did the Atari bars in the front, and then I've got two pieces of aluminum sheet metal kind of stuff for the roofs, just so I don't get my hand caught in the roll cage if I roll it again. And then it looks like it needs a new dash as well. Just work in progress. Put a manual transmission in it. Used to have an automatic transmission, so it's just some of the other metal work I have done. I built the bumper myself, you can see that. And then I also built the rocker guards, you can see them down here. I've smashed them on a lot of the rocks, so I'm guessing they're not as straight as they may once have been. They work really good, slide right off the rocks. It's just rectangular steel. And I did the back bumper too, but it's kind of hard for me to get back there. The reason I mounted the spare tire in the back like that is because a lot of guys that I see that are off-roaders, apparently they mount their spare tires behind the back of the truck, like kind of like in a tailgate setup. Well, having 100 pounds at the very back of your truck is a really bad thing if you really plan to off-road. You can do an end-over-end roll where you end up smashing your truck really good. So I opted to put it in the truck. There's a little box in there. I don't know if you can see it very well because it's dark, but that's where the battery is. And I also mounted that behind the seat because that's another 50-pound item that normally sits in the very front of the truck that you really don't want in the front of the truck, because if you roll the truck, it's a lot easier to roll it because you got 50 pounds at the front, very front left or right of the truck on a stock vehicle. A lot of bad design in stock vehicles. And then I split the transfer case. I know I'm getting a little technical here, but it allows me to have front wheel drive, rear wheel drive, 4 low, 4 high, so it gives me a lot more choices there. And then I've got 12-inch extended traction. Oh, they're not traction bars, they're... I forgot. Well, yeah, they've got these long bars to make sure that gives me a little more articulation. So, yeah, I may get it going again. I've got the Painless Performance wiring harness. That's the major problem I'm dealing with now. Put a new engine in it. Transfer case has been rebuilt. Again, I said I put a new transmission in. Rebuilt the inside of both the front and rear ends. Resplined the rear axle. It's got lockers front and rear. So, yeah. Really big project. And for me to do all these little projects, I probably wouldn't have time if I worked on the big project. So with that, I want to say mahalo for everyone for watching. Again, if you liked, subscribe and give me the thumbs up. Thanks.